Madam the Chief Minister, Ministers of Government, members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, honorable members of Parliament, our formidable women of Sierra Leone, Maada, members of the Fourth Estate, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. The director for Troika, you said you need more women to make noise. I tell you, one of them can make enough noise. You don't need more than one. But we are happy that we are together. And it's a great pleasure for me to address you on the launch of the for the network of women ministers and parliamentarians in Sierra Leone, called NUMA. We are doing so at the Radisson Hotel. The Radisson Hotel. It was formerly called Mamiyoko. This hotel, Radisson Hotel, is named after one of the greatest women that ever lived in this country, Mamiyoko. She was the ruler of the vast Parliamentarian Confederacy and a leader of considerable influence with great ability to build alliances. This is no coincidence that you are trying to build alliances, and we chose no other place but the Mamiyoko Hotel. You have led before, and you can lead again. You just needed that person to give you the leadership. And this is the time, and this is the man. Talking about alliances, NUMAP seeks to build strong alliances among female government-appointed ministers and elected parliamentarians to promote the representation of women and women's full and equal participation in political and parliamentary leadership. This momentous occasion not only marks a significant step forward for our nation, but also symbolizes our collective commitment to fostering gender equality, empowering women, ensuring their active participation in shaping the future of this country. This is a huge challenge for all of you. And you'll be letting us all down. Yes. Not just you, the women folk, if you do not take this challenge. Our women's equal participation and leadership in political and public life are essential to achieving our national development goals. We cannot, with less than 50% of the population, think that we can lead this country out of poverty. We must engage, empower, and work with the women folk who make more than 50%. However, data shows that women are underrepresented at all levels of decision making, and that achieving gender parity in political life is lagging behind. From the data that was shown by the minister, you saw us going down instead of going up as far as women are concerned. That has changed, and it will continue to change with your support. APC, so save the year today. For the first time I see them smile. After election. Congratulations. The women of Sierra Leone are a political force that can no longer be ignored. And you can't make that force, but you still have to work on your relationships. The women of Sierra Leone are a political force that can no longer be ignored. That means you have to cement individual, collective, whatever group relationships. That is a prerequisite. For far too long, women have been marginalized and underrepresented in all positions of power and decision-making. Your voices have been silenced and your contributions overlooked, and your potential untapped. I can see this and have gone for it. Please, I stand before you and ask you, we cannot fail.
Yes, we cannot fail.
NUMAP used to exist, not so?
Yes.
Now we are resurrecting it. And this generation of women leaders at all levels, and in fact, as the First Lady said, we have to cascade what you started at the top, the political level. You have the women in the judiciary. Yes. We have women in police at very high levels, in the higher echelons of the police force, in the military, and in other walks of life. Please don't leave them behind. Leave no woman behind. We have women in agriculture. Our market women need to have role models. As has been alluded to already, all of you should serve as role models. Go to the schools, tell them the sacrifices you've made individually to be who you are today. You did not get to where you are by chance. You have a path, and that is why you are in leadership. Of course, for those of you who contested the elections, you know it is never easy to get there, even as a councillor. Councillor, they notice so?
Yes.
So, be the leaders you are. Motivate, mentor, coach the little guys. Take the little dreams away from them and replace them with bigger dreams that they can lead this nation. Women are leading, and you will lead. Now they are asking for not 30, 60. Speedy high road. Well, do well. I have challenged you, and the world is looking, and Suradin is watching too. Be the good people you can be in Parliament, as ministers, and the world will know that you deserve to be there and that you can make a difference. That is what you need to do. This is the challenge. Your potential has not really only been untapped, but that has led to our nation's socio-economic progress, deprived of the full and equal participation of the 52% of our population. That is not fair if you decide to keep away 52% of your population. Therefore, the re-establishment of this network represents a powerful commitment to amplifying not only the voices, but also harnessing your expertise and ensuring that your rightful place in the corridors of power is secured. I thank all the pioneers of NUMAP for promoting gender cooperation among women public servants, ensuring they work together to improve the lives and livelihood of women and girls in this country. Working together is a daunting task, always, for any group of people, but it is even more daunting for women. But then, this is the challenge. You must surmount that. You must work together. That is what you have started, and that is what you are telling us. Among ministers and deputy ministers, among parliamentarians, irrespective of your political colors, your tongue, or whatever, you must work together if we should achieve the emancipation that we have started. Ladies and gentlemen, my government is fully aware of the fact that by investing in women, we create a better nation for us all, a nation that is more equal, peaceful, and prosperous. I can bear witness to that. The best investment is in women. And for the girls, they have indicated me very well by passing transition exams more than the boys. So I know my investment is going to pay off. The returns on my investment are coming much earlier than I expected. In my government's first 5-year mandate, promoting gender parity and empowering girls and women was a key priority and is still a principal priority. Sierra Leone, under my leadership, is making steady progress towards achieving the United Nations SDG 5 target on gender equality and the empowerment of all women and girls. We have made significant strides in empowering 52% of our people through sound policies and legislations and ensuring that strong institutional and operational measures are put in place to support the implementation of these progressive policies and laws. Our most notable achievement as a nation is the landmark Gender Equality and Women's Empowerment Act that seeks to promote gender parity and the social and economic empowerment of our women and girls in Sierra Leone. The GIWI Act provides the women of Sierra Leone with the opportunity to gain empowerment by addressing the issues that are most affecting women in this country, such as underemployment in leadership roles, low levels of financial inclusion, high rates of gender-based violence, and child marriage rates. Those who give up their children hands off to marriage very early, that is not fair to them, and you're not doing yourself any justice or good. The dowry will last 2 weeks. I'm pleased to confirm that the minimum 30% representation of women in elective and appointed positions as per the GIWI Act has been adhered to by my government and the people of Sierra Leone during our last election cycle. I take this opportunity to congratulate once again all our elected members of parliament, female members of parliament, and appointed ministers and deputy ministers for being the trailblazers of the GIWI Act. Besides the GIWI Act, my government's approach to gender equality and women's empowerment has been holistic. As part of our mainstreaming effort, we legislated several bills that will contribute to the empowerment of women. These include the Public Elections Act that has been referred to already, Land Commission Act 2022, Customary Lands Right 2022, Political Parties Regulation Commission Act 2022, and the Mines and Minerals Development Act 2022. All of these have made provision for women in this country. Ladies and gentlemen, as the principal he for she champion in our country, my strong commitment to gender equality and women's empowerment is inspired by something greater than just the quest for accolades and validation. It is about justice. It is about fidelity to the things that we love and hold sacred in our lives. Our mothers, our sisters, who have equal human rights like us, and therefore should have equal space. I'm still the only male politician in Sierra Leone of a big party on record to have been bold enough to appoint a female running mate back in 2012. With 52%, the women never voted for themselves. Otherwise, I was going to win that election. But maybe it was stolen. And this was 2 years even before the United Nations launched the He for She movement. I want to assure you that I wholeheartedly believe that gender equality is not only a fundamental human right, but also a necessary foundation for a peaceful, prosperous, and sustainable world. I'm confident that this network will play a pivotal role in achieving or advancing the agenda for women, for women's equality and empowerment in Sierra Leone. By uniting women across political spectrum, I'm optimistic that HUMAP will provide a platform for collaboration, advocacy, and the exchange of ideas. Let this journey transcend mere symbolism, ladies and gentlemen. I see the men are very much cowed, the oppressors. Too many women intimidate some men. I see they sit with their hands between their legs. I implore all members of the committee themselves to concrete actions that will bring about positive change and help reshape the landscape for political governance in Sierra Leone. You know, when you have too many women, some men are shy, uncharacteristically. Fortunately for me, I went to the school. I never went to the school where we had girls. But we are taught to be bold when we see women. The whole school. I see KKY there, he went to the totally boys school, but they were never audacious enough. So we invade their territory at DRS, and they can only complain. This network should aim to amplify the voices of women in decision-making processes, address gender-specific challenges, and work towards legislative reforms that promote gender equality. As we launch this network, let us reflect on the gender disparities that still exist in this country. It is our collective responsibility to dismantle the barriers that hinder the full and equal participation of women in political and public affairs. Through NUMAP, members must commit to championing policies that promote gender equality, ensuring that the talents and perspectives of women are fully integrated into the fabric of our governance structure. Remember, there is no I in network. I in network. There should be we, and it should be a capital W for that we. This network should not be used to promote individual agendas or egos, or be the breeding ground for pull her down syndrome. Empowered women should empower, support, and encourage each other. There is enough space at the top. Like Jesus said, if it were not so, I would have told you. So we should rather encourage each other to make it to the top, rather than pull them down. More importantly, you must use this network as a platform to inspire the next generation of female leaders and public servants. And I believe that we should catch them young. I believe that you should have, this should be a movement. I believe that you should go out to the schools, to the universities. I see our girls with little dreams. They are distracted by just a simple iPhone. Yes, it's true. You only need to interact. Some of them lose their way. Go to these schools, organize, go back to them, teach them. If we don't do that, the next generation will not be good. By serving as role models, mentors, and advocates, you can create a legacy of empowered women who will carry the torch forward and contribute to a more inclusive and prosperous Sierra Leone, even when we would have left the stage. Let me assure Newmap that as your he for she president, I will support you to succeed and deliver on your terms of reference. I implore all of you to use this network to change the narrative for women and ensure women and gender issues are mainstreamed in all policies, strategies, legislations, and development frameworks. Let me emphasize again that the launch of this network is not just an event. It is a transformative milestone in the history of our nation. Together, we have the power to shape a future where the leadership of Sierra Leone is not only, the leadership of women in Sierra Leone is not only accepted, but celebrated, where the dreams and aspirations of every Sierra Leonean, regardless of gender, are realized. I therefore charge you to bring on board your male allies in both Parliament and in Cabinet. You did well. You brought some of them today. You could have dragged more. You have the power. You start from last night, and by daybreak, they will follow you. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, on this 21st day of November 2023, I officially launched the resuscitation of the women ministers and parliamentarians in Sierra Leone as a testament to our unwavering commitment to creating an environment where women can thrive, lead and contribute meaningfully to the socio-economic and political fabric of our nation. Together, we can achieve real development in our country with an empowered society that includes the full participation of both men and women. I look forward to working with all stakeholders in building an inclusive country that works for all, irrespective of tongue, tribe, gender, and political affiliations. Thank you.
Sing a song.